Impressive, Snake.
Welcome, Watchers of Illusion, to my Castle of Confusion on a brand new week. And I'm back from my holiday. So it's good to be back, actually. As much as I miss the sun-soaked shores of Fuerteventura, it's nice to be back with you. And reviewing again. Yes, because sometimes I find that when you go away and you get out the humdrum of life, you really don't want to get back into the humdrum of life. But this, thankfully, is not a humdrum for me. It's a bit of a weird word, that humdrum, isn't it? But never mind. We're looking at Gorf, G-O-R-F, on the ZX Spectrum 128K, which is an arcade game, or it's an arcade conversion, I should say. It's an arcade conversion of an arcade game called Gorf. So, there you go. And I've got to say, I am, immediately impressed by this. For a ZX Spectrum, this is really, actually, very good indeed. Those of you not familiar with the Spectrum, having multiple colours on the screen at once is quite a feat, really. And to have no colour clash as well is even better. So, what's the aim of the game? Well, it's a bit like Space Invaders, I suppose, would be the best way to describe it. You kill everything on the screen, and then you go on to your next mission, which is up on the top middle of your screen there. Mission 3. So it's a bit like Galaxians, Space Invaders, Defender, all of those sort of games rolled into one. And it's no easy feat. Thankfully, you can choose how many lives you want on the menu as well. So you can have 3, 6, or 9. Multiples of 3 because that works for me. There you go. So Gorf on the ZX Spectrum. I've not seen this before. So this is what a way to kick off the week, folks. It's Bank Holiday Monday here in the UK, which means a lot of shops are closed. But it's raining, which is just typical. Absolutely typical of bank holidays in this country. You get a day off work and it rains. Thankfully, this is my job, sort of. I don't get paid for it, but it's still my job. I see it as that, and that is that. But this is a wonderful game. And I hope you guys will go out and get it, because it's free to play! Yes, it is. So let's have a look at the UI first of all. Up in the top left, well, the sort of middle section of the screen, I'm drawing your attention to the yellow text at the top of the screen there. Your score is on the left, your mission is in the middle, and then high score on the right. So you might be confused into thinking that was a two-player score. It's not. That will be your high score, which you can then strive to beat. Now, like I said, this game is not easy. So you can see out of 9 ships, I've only got 4 left. And I think generally it's just due to the small sprites. But I'm not going to hold that against it, because this is just really well done. And it presents a challenge, which, you don't want a game to be too easy. Otherwise, it's kind of like, well, what's the point? So the controls are very nice and easy as well. Oh, by the way, on the stuff on the left and the right, I think it's just for show. I haven't seen anything that's visible that actually does, but I think it's all part of the sort of the UI setup. But so this is the sort of end level boss, I guess. This is the mothership or the flagship, and the idea is you just got to whittle it down until you can hit its central core, which is easier said than done. So, but we're going to try and get that done anyway, and show you guys a bit of the game, which would be lovely, wouldn't it? But I'm really impressed by this. For considering it's a Spectrum, everything's just absolutely on the money. The graphics are nice, the sprites are really well drawn, and it plays smooth as a button. I mean, I know you should think it's a one-screen game, it should play smooth as a button, but if you're not familiar with the Spectrum, it used to struggle quite a bit when there was multiple things on screen at once. There is no such struggling on this game, which is really nice to see. So for a nice little arcade conversion to have at home, it's great. I'm going to move on to sound actually next, because the sound has also impressed me. Although there's no music, this is 128K and you can't play it on a 48K. So yeah, you're going to want to get yourself a 128K emulator. I would suggest Virtual Retro Machine, or was it Retro Virtual Machines, one of the two. That's very good at ZX Spectrum. I'm sure other people will chime in and let you know what their favourite emulators are, but this is on the Virtual Retro Machine. There you go. And it's very good. So there we go. We've just splatted the flagship, and just the sounds and everything on this game are amazing. Just so you got all the gunshots, the blasts, the explosions, everything is there and it's intact, and it actually plays a bit smoother than the arcade original. I kid you not. But yeah, you can see here it's a bit Space Invaders here. The shield disappears, by the way, when you fire. So the only way they can hit it is if you're not shooting. Now, the controls are nice and simple as well. You got left, right, up and down. Yes, you can make your ship fly around the screen, only to a certain extent though. But it works really, really well. And I'm not using it to its full potential here. I probably could have avoided that. But these little buggers are hard to hit. But they do die when they hit you, so I suppose that's a certain way to get around the level. But the controls are nice. They work well. They're responsive. There's no lag. It's great. And it's just a fun arcade game. And what better way to spend a wet, dreary Bank Holiday Monday than playing a bit of Space Invader-y type Gorf. Yes. So there we are. But yeah, it is nice to be back with you guys, reviewing again. I hope you enjoyed the Retro Radio show over the weekend. I enjoyed bringing that one to you. The music of Glyn R. Brown. So, ooh, bloody hell, that was hard. But yeah, that was a fun one to do. Hope you're enjoying the Retro Radio series. It is bi-weekly, so next one will be in 2 weeks' time, ladies and gents. Until then, you've got plenty of reviews and demos to look forward to as well. So there we are. So gameplay is just arcade fun, arcade perfection. It's just good solid ZX Spectrum, and it was only released this past month. I think it was released earlier this month actually, and it's bloody good. So I highly recommend that you go and check it out. And if you don't, what's wrong with you? Because this is a great game. Galaxians. There you go. It says in the bottom corner, Galaxians. So there you've got a lot of nods to different games here, which is great. Space Warp. This is probably the hardest bit of the game for me, because getting that spinning little dot, it does get bigger, by the way, but trying to get that spinning dot is quite difficult, and it spits these big balls out at you, excuse the expression. But it's just really well done, and makes a nice interim level as well. So if you're impressed by what you've seen on this review, I suggest you go out and try it for yourselves, and then come back and tell me all about it in the comments, because I would love to hear from you. Have you played Gorf on the arcade? Have you played this version on the Spectrum? Let me know. I'm always open to comments. It's always nice to hear from you fans out there as well of retro gaming. And while I'm on the subject, I'd just like to thank all of you guys that subscribed. Thank you very much. It does mean the world to me, and obviously, you know, it's good for the channel to grow. And thank you ever so much. So if you've got any suggestions for any games that you'd like to see, I am going all the way up to PlayStation 2 and Xbox at the moment. PlayStation 3, kind of. Depends on what it is. If it's a retro game on a more modern console, then that's cool. I have done Pac-Man on there, so yeah. Gorf. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you'd like to see. Now, the replay value on this is absolutely spot on. You've got a lot of playability, a lot of longevity. I hope I've said that word right. I hope that's the right way of saying it. Anyway, yes, it's the replay is very good, and it's only a one-player game, but as usual, you can make it a multiplayer game. Challenge your friends to a high score-off. See how many you can do with the same amount of ships each. So you could do 3, set your ships at 3, and then see how far you can get through the game. Set yourselves a high score boundary. Obviously, the first player will go first. They'll get a high score, and then it's up to the other players to try and beat that high score. And I just walked straight into that. That wasn't that. No, oh my god, that was terrible. Never mind. Anyway, oh my god. Right. Okay. I really need to concentrate. So, and there we go. I'm dead again. So I got 5 lives out of 9, and that was the first mission. Oh yes, concentration is key. I suppose my only tiny nitpick is that the sprites could be slightly bigger, but that's it. That's my only nitpick. Other than that, I absolutely love this game. It's great. So on that note, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to leave you with a bit more footage and the sound cranked up a bit so you can actually hear the game properly. And I will be back tomorrow with something else for you to look at. And until then, you keep it retro, enjoy the rest of your bank holiday, and as usual, it's bye for now. Bye-bye!
Welcome, stranger, I know why you're here. You remember games from the yesteryear, games with pixels and that bleep bloop sound, but boy, they were the very best games in town. We light up the night, neon dreams in our eyes, arcade machines whispering low, pixelated worlds where we all come alive, level up high, let the good times flow. Joystick in hand, we're reliving the past, high scores and laughter, we're making it last. With every coin drop, we're forging a bond, in this pixel paradise we'll always respond. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit dreams never fade away. Gaming to the beat of our favorite tunes, let's play till the dawn, we'll never lose. Neon lights shining, we're lost in the glow, in the Retro Gaming Club. Let's go, let's go. Flashback to battles, we'll play side by side, power-ups and hearts, love in disguise. We'll race through the levels, collect all the coins, in this timeless adventure we're waiting to join. Crashing 8-bit beats, igniting the night, from pixels to dreams we'll take flight. With every button pressed, our spirits ignite, in this retro wonderland everything feels right. Welcome to the Retro Gaming Club, where the 8-bit